So if we know two parameters, it's fairly simple to write the equation of a line in slope-intercept form. This is the equation of a line in slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. And the two parameters that we need to know to easily write the equation is the slope and the y-intercept. And I'll write the word right here, parameters, right? We've got a slope parameter and a y-intercept parameter. The slope is the rise-run pattern that we can read from the graph. It's the same rise-run pattern that we can calculate if we know 2 points. And the y-intercept is that location where our graph is crossing the y-axis. Today, right now, we're going to practice finding the equation of a line when I give you the slope parameter. So you will know what the slope is. And I will also give you a point that lives on the line. What I will not give you is the y-intercept. And our goal is to develop a way of finding the y-intercept, right, if we know the slope and a point that lives on the line. So let's consider this example. What is the equation of a line that passes through the point -3, 5 and has a slope of -2? Again, y is equal to m times x plus b. We are told what our slope is. Our slope is -2. So I know my rise-run pattern. It's down 2 over 1, down 2 to the left 1. So we know our value of m. We're also told a point. We are told the coordinates of a point, and if I think about that, that means that I'm given the x value and I'm given the y value of a point. In fact, I'll write that real small. I'm given an x and a y. So if you take a look at this, what our strategy is going to be, if I'm given a slope and a point, is to plug in my slope and the x and y values from the point that I have. So I'm going to rewrite this equation, and instead of y, I'm going to write the y value from my point. The y value from my point is 5. My slope is -2, and the x value from my point is -3. 5 equals -2 times -3 plus b. What's beautiful about this is the only thing I do not know is b. If I simplify the left-hand side, this becomes 5 is equal to +6 plus b. -2 times -3 is +6 plus b. On both sides now, I'm going to subtract 6. If I subtract 6 from the right-hand side, I am left with just b. And if I take the left-hand side, which is 5, and I subtract 6 from that, I'm left with -1. So I now know my other parameter. I now know that my y-intercept is -1. Because I now know my y-intercept and my slope, I can write the equation of the line. The equation of the line is y equals -2 times x minus 1. And again, all that I've done here is I've started with slope-intercept form, and I've replaced m with my slope, and I've replaced the plus b with the value of b. So I could write plus -1. In this case, I just went ahead and wrote -1. So now you see I've got the equation of a line that has a slope of -2 and will go through the point -3, 5. I can verify that by plugging in x and making sure I get the correct y. And in fact, when I plug in that x from my point was the value -3, this is going to become y equals -2 times -3 minus 1. Well, -2 times -3 is +6, and 6 minus 1 is the number 5, which is exactly what it should be because that was the point that I had, right? Y is supposed to be 5. So this is how we find the equation of a line when we're given a point and the slope.